Namaste. You wake up perfectly fine. Your energy is peaking. You just closed a deal, posted a win, or simply walked out looking at your absolute best. Then you meet a specific person. They smile, they praise you, but the moment they leave, something shifts. A sudden, unexplainable fatigue drops like a lead, a weight on your chest. Your phone drops and cracks. Your head starts pounding. In the modern, sanitized world, we call this a bad day or a bad luck. But your ancestors across every continent, every language, and every century called it by its real name, the evil eye. It is not a superstitious myth told by a grandmother to the frightened children. It is a targeted, localized, energetic attack. And today we are going to dissect the exact mechanism of how a human gaze can literally hack your biological system. How does this work? Let us strip away the folklore, look at the raw data. The human body is an electromagnetic engine. Your brain consumes a 20% of your metabolic energy. Your heart creates a measurable toroidal biomagnetic field that extend up to several feet outside your physical body. Now understand the physics of gaze. The eyes are not merely a passive window receiving a light, they are active, projecting lenses. When a human being experiences an intense, concentrated spike of malicious envy, the subconscious urge to destroy what another possesses, their entire neurochemical system experiencing a erectic surge. The optic nerve acts as a laser. It condenses that chaotic emotional frequency and focus, fires it directly out to the pupil. When that erratic high velocity waves strike your stable biomagnetic field, it acts exactly like a digital virus injected into a clean operating system. It creates immediate energetic interferences. This is why the belief is completely universal. Anthropologists note that the evil eye was humanity's earliest social survival defense mechanism. In ancient tribes, hoarding a wealth or a beauty triggered a tribal envy, which led to a physical danger. The eye was a psychological manifestation of a fear of social backlash. But let us push a past anthropology into quantum biophysics. Every living cell emits what science calls a biophotons, ultra weak light emission. These light particles fluctuate completely based on your emotional and psychological state. When someone gives you evil eye, they are experiencing what psychologically called a malicious envy, not the benign envy that makes them want to work harder, but the dark primal envy that demand you light be put out so they can feel equal to you. Their biophotonic projection is erratic, hostile, and targeted. When your energetic shield is pierced by the projection, your nervous system registers the shock immediately. It manifests as distinct neurotic and physical sign. Let's see the sign. The sudden biological drain, a heavy, crushing lethargic that hits out nowhere, completely independent of your sleep cycle. The nervous constriction, an abrupt onset of brain fog, sudden erratic anxiety or feeling of constriction right at the center of your chest. The digestive shock, the gut is your second brain, highly sensitive to a biomagnetic shift. The AVLI frequently triggers a sudden nausea, stomach cramp, or an unexplainable loss of appetite. The static field, a rapid chain of minor clumsy accident, dropping a object, stumbling, or multiple electronic devices malfunctioning simultaneously right after you received a high praise or a public attention. Who can transmit this energy? It falls into two categories. First, the deliberate, malicious gazer, someone who actively harbors a animosity towards you. But far more common is the unconscious gazer. These are people in your immediate circle, friends, colleagues, even your family members who loves you superficially but whose own a deep sense of lack and internal misery makes them look at your wins with a silent, bitter sign. Why them and not me? And who is a vulnerable? The overexposed people, those who loudly broadcast their early seeds, their raw happiness, and their material gains without an energetic shield. In our next episode, we transition from the diagnosis to the ultimate cure. We will map out a sign specific remedies, look at how your astrological birth chart determine your vulnerability, and construct a physical Zen sanctuary to make your environment completely immune to the gaze. Until then, protect your perimeter. Thank you.